Hi everyone, welcome to the third online class on reports and presentations. In this video, we will try to understand a particular type of report which is usually found in every organization, every business organization. This is the sales report. Let us try to understand what a sales report is and what is the importance of a sales report. What is a sales report? A sales report is a summary of all sales activity that occurs over a specific period of time. The three keywords here are: one, it's a summary. Second, it is a summary of sales activity. And three, it is a summary of the sales activity that occurs over a particular period of time. Let's try to understand this in slightly more detail. First one, it is a summary, which means that though it may capture each and every sale that happens, overall it provides a summary of every activity that has happened. And in what field does this activity happen? The name is a sales report, so the activity by all logical estimation should be a sales activity. So we have covered 2 points here. First, it is a summary. Second, it is a summary of what? It is a summary of all sales activity. And the third point is, it is a summary of the sales activity that occurs over a specified period of time. The specified period of time can be a day, it can be a week, it can be a month, or it can be even a year. It can even be a quarter also. So a sales report, once again, is a summary of all sales activity that occurs over a specific period of time. Let us try to understand the sales report in some more detail. How is the sales report arranged, or how is the data arranged in a sales report? In a sales report, the data is arranged in such a way that, one, it provides meaningful information. What do you mean by meaningful information? Looking at the sales data, one is able to take away some inferences or some understanding. It may be about sales this year vis-a-vis sales last year, sales of product A vis-a-vis sales of product B, sales of territory X vis-a-vis sales of territory Y, the trend in sales over a particular period of time, say over 1 year. So a sales report should provide meaningful information. And what is this meaningful information all about? Is it about HR? No. Is it about manufacturing? No. The name is sales report, so the meaningful information would be about a company's sales performance. And point 3 says it need not be only about sales performance, it can be about an organization's, a sales organization's or a business organization's overall performance as well. What is the contribution of a particular product to the company's overall sales? What is the contribution of sales of a particular division to the company's overall performance? A sales report does not just give sales data alone, it also provides data related to the contribution of sales as a division or department to the company's overall performance. And the last is, as we specified earlier, all this data which is present in a sales report will always pertain to a particular period of time. The period of time, as we discussed earlier, can be a day to a year. The entire data in a sales report will always relate to a particular period of time. Now let us try to understand the importance of a sales report. Why is a sales report important? There are some 6 points here. Let us try to understand all these one by one. Point 1, it helps to assess how well the products or services are doing. Now, a sales report is of use to the entire team. By the team we mean people from the lower level sales force to mid-level executives as well as the top management. It helps the team, the company managers, executives as well as the top management, point 1, to understand how well their products or services are doing. Is product A doing well? Is product B doing well compared to product A? Are the total overall sales of a particular company doing well vis-a-vis the competition? Are we doing well this year compared to the previous year? All these details are found in a sales report. Point 2, it helps to make better decisions for the future. When you have information, you are able to take decisions better. If you understand that one particular product is not doing well, you will try to find out reasons for that. Basis your investigation, analysis and understanding of why a particular product has not been doing well, you will take decisions. The decisions can be either to improve your input either to motivate your sales force to do better, or if nothing happens, you can as well as decide to withdraw this particular product from the market. Point 3 says it helps to steer away from potential problems. If you are able to obtain sales data which clearly identifies that there are problems going to come, then you can always take necessary steps to handle these problems. If your product is not doing well, you try to investigate and find out what is the reason for the sales not doing well. Does our product not have sufficient features as the competition's product? Why is sales not doing well in a particular territory? Don't we have sufficient number of distributors there? These are all problems. In the first case, you had a problem with your product's features. In the second case, you had a problem with your product's distribution. Your sales data throws out interesting and important and vital information which will help you to address these potential problems. You can decide to increase the number of distributors in a particular territory. You can decide to change your product features to match or even better than that of your competition. So this is what is meant by your sales data helping you to steer away from potential problems. The next is map out effective growth strategies. No company can survive if it remains in a particular place. Every company needs to grow, adapt in order to survive. Your sales data will throw out insights as to where growth will come from, which territory gives you maximum growth, which set of customers will provide you growth, which products will give you growth, which products hold potential, which set of customers need nurturing so that they will grow up. So effective growth strategies can be mapped out. Which all areas, which all products, which all customers hold growth potential, this can be identified and worked upon basis data you receive from your sales report. Next is identify ideal customers. Are all customers ideal? Definitely not. Some customers remain with you, grow with you, support you. These customers need to be taken care of. There are customers who will occasionally come in, buy from you and then leave. You will have to pay different amounts of attention to different types of customers. Customer A who was with you, who will be with you, needs definitely more attention. He is an ideal customer. He takes reasonable amount of product from you, pays on time, he is willing to experiment with you, he is willing to stand by with you in hard times. Now these are ideal customers. Your sales data will throw up ideal customers. You are able to identify ideal customers and grow with them. You are able to identify customers who are not ideal and deal with them or weed them out. Next is it helps to optimize the sales process. Does your sales process give you sufficient returns? Is your sales process costing more than the returns that you will get from sales? Your sales data will throw up what is the amount of time, attention and money that you need to spend in order to close a particular sale. If one particular salesperson has to make 10 calls to a customer to close a sale package of 1000 units in a month, and if one middle level sales manager can make a phone call and get the customer to make the same amount of sales, what is the optimum sales process here? Does the salesman, lower level salesman, have to go there 10 times? Is it more cost effective than the middle level sales manager ringing up the customer and asking him to take a sale which gives you exactly the same sale? Definitely the sales manager ringing up the particular customer is more important. The customer may be an egoistic customer. He prefers making the salesperson walk 10 times to close a sale of 1000 units or 500 units. At the same time, he is willing to place the same order with a middle level sales manager through just a phone call. So your optimum sales process, you will be able to identify how much it costs to make certain sales. What is the optimum amount of time, effort and money that you need to get a particular figure of sales. This is what is meant by optimizing a sales process. So the importance of sales report can be summarized as follows. It allows the team, company managers and executives to 1. Assess how well their products and services are doing. 2. Take better decisions. 3. Identify problems and handle them. 4. Map out effective growth strategies. 5. Identify an ideal customer and nurture it. And the last is it helps to optimize the sales process. Now let us understand how a sales report is prepared, or what are the steps in preparing a sales report. There are 5 steps involved in preparing a sales report. This can be summarized as 1. Understand the purpose of the report. Why are you preparing the report? Are you preparing the report to understand a comparison of sales of this year with the last year? Are you preparing the sales report to understand the performance of different products in your product line over a particular period of time or a particular category? Or do you want to understand the sales of a particular territory, say Trichur, with another particular territory, say Ernakulam, for your whole year? Or do you want to understand what is the actual productivity of each salesperson on the field on a particular day? Understand the purpose of the report. Why are you preparing the report? What is the purpose of preparing the report? What will be the outcome if I prepare the report? This is what is meant by understanding the purpose of the report. Point 2, understand the audience. Who will the audience of your report be? Who is going to read through your report, understand it and take action? It can be as low as the field sales force, or it can be as high as the top level management. It is depending upon the audience that you should prepare your sales report. If it is your field sales force, his need for a sales report will be to understand his daily sales data and his monthly sales data, and to find out whether it matches the target that is being assigned to him, so that he can understand whether he will receive his incentive or not. If it is your brand or marketing manager, his requirement for the report will be to understand the sales of a particular product which is being advertised in a new marketing campaign from the day the ad campaign broke out till the day the ad campaign closed, or maybe 2 weeks after that. He wishes to understand the sales over a period of time corresponding to the period in which he had rolled out the marketing or advertising campaign. And what will be your top level management be interested in? They will be interested in understanding what is the total sales of your division to the organization this year compared to the previous year. If there are reasons for a decline, what are the reasons? How will you take necessary steps to rectify the deficiencies? If sales has been doing exceptionally well, what are the reasons for this good performance? Can it be replicated across other divisions, territories or products? This is what a top management will be interested in. Accordingly, you will have to prepare your sales report. So second step is you have to understand the audience who is going to read through your report. Point 3, collection of data. Now that you have understood the purpose of preparing your report and you have an idea of who is going to read through your report, the third is you have to collect the data accordingly. If you are preparing a sales report which is going to be reviewed by the top management, comparing sales for the previous year as well as sales for this year, you would necessarily will have to collect the previous year's sales data. You will also have to prepare thoroughly this year's sales data. You will have to find out the differences between previous year and this year. You will have to explain the reason why sales went down this year. If sales has gone up, you will have to explain to top management what contributed to your sales going up. This is from the point of view of a top management. Your data collection will have to be done accordingly. On the other hand, if you are preparing a sales report for your marketing team who has just broken out a brilliant campaign, you will have to find out data only related to the particular period which is under review, the period of the campaign. Suppose your campaign broke out in August, from the time of Onam till the time of New Year, say for 3-4 months. You need to collect only data with regard to that period of time. And if your campaign is with regard to a particular brand of toilet soap, you need not have data with regard to your other products like Fairness Cream. The campaign was all about your bathing soap. Your data collection or your sales report should contain data only with regard to the sales figures of the particular product which was advertised during the period in which the advertisement campaign broke out. So your collection of data should be based on points 1 and 2, the purpose of the report as well as who is going to read through your report or who has asked for the report. Point 4, use of charts and diagrams. To be fair, nobody has a tremendous amount of time to go through reams and pages of data in Excel sheets or handwritten format. It will be interesting and there will be less reader fatigue if your data contains charts and diagrams. Simple pie chart can give the contribution of each product to the total sales volume of a company. A simple pie chart again can give the contribution of east, west, north and south zones to the total sales for the year. A line diagram can give you movement of sales across 12 months for one particular year. So use charts and diagrams wherever possible. It helps to simplify and communicate information or data more effectively. The last point is providing the context of the data. It is not enough that data is presented as raw data. You should also be able to present the context in which the data is being presented. You give your annual sales report for the past 12 months for the state of Kerala to your corporate management, and you find that for the year 2018-19 there is a sudden dip in sales in the months of August and September. Now you have to provide information what happened in the months of August and September. Why is sales low in the months of August and September? The answer is simple. August and September the state witnessed floods, deluge, inclement weather conditions which forced down sales. Every other month had an average sales of 1000 passenger car units. Let us consider for a moment that we are thinking about a vehicle manufacturer, a car dealer, an automobile manufacturer who is reviewing Kerala sales. He finds that August, September, 0 units of vehicles have been sold. Now what is the reason for that? You should be able to present the context that in the months of August and September, the state had poor weather, extremely bad climatic conditions which resulted in sales coming low. This is what is meant by context of data. Let us also, as a conclusion, try to understand certain modern trends in preparing sales report. First is the use of summary. As we discussed earlier, due to paucity of time, top management may not always be able to go through your report in detail at the time it is presented. At the same time, you would like the report to be read through and certain action or request which you have placed to happen. For this, it is always ideal that the report summary is presented upfront. It will help the management to understand what has happened, why it has happened, and what needs to be done. So always, wherever possible, apart from the main report you are presenting, try to prepare a summary of the report. Point 2, use templates. What is a template? A template is a pre-drawn out or predetermined format in which you need to put in data only. It will reorganize the data into predetermined formats and fields. It is not always possible for a field salesperson to daily prepare an Excel sheet and put in data, work out formulas and prepare the final figures. And if there are 100 salesmen will prepare 100 reports in 100 formats. If you have a template which is a predetermined format in which the salesperson only needs to, or the person who prepares the report only needs to input the data, you will have uniform reports coming from across the field. The salesperson's job is made less tedious. The person who has to go through the report is able to understand the report easy. Not to mention the person who is preparing the analysis, his job is also made easier. So always use, as far as possible, predetermined formats which are officially known as templates. The last is CRM. CRM refers to customer relationship management. CRM means complicated or sophisticated software algorithmic programs which capture data on templates and throw out relevant information. The person only needs to put in data. The software rearranges, analyzes, interprets the data and gives you final results. Only point that needs to be done by the management is to take decisions based on the analysis and interpretations which are being thrown out by the CRM software. I have presented here two figures. One is a template. As you see, it is basically an Excel sheet. In this Excel sheet, there are fields for capturing sales in a month, in a quarter, over the year. It also provides projection of sales for the next year. All these are found in predetermined fields. Your salesperson only has to input the data. And once the data is input, it will give you results like you see on the colorful graph. There are lots of interesting data analysis which have been thrown out here. There are bar diagrams, there are extracts from Excel sheets, there are circular pie charts. All these things have been captured from the template which was prepared and are presented in the form of graphs and pictures, which help to make your sales report easy to understand, not to mention easy to prepare also. So in this brief video, we have understood what a sales report is, why is a sales report important, what are the steps involved in preparing a sales report, and what are some of the modern trends in preparing a sales report. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.